You're watching Pyro Media Network. Hello, Pyro Media family. Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. We hope your experience with us is fruitful. While we are loading your experience, please do us a quick favor and hit that like button from whichever platform you're watching or listening on. And we do hope you consider hitting that subscribe or follow button so you can check out more of our amazing content. All right, let's start the show.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, good afternoon, or good morning, wherever you are and whatever time you are watching this. Hello out there and welcome to the Daryl Walter Show. How's everybody doing out there? Y'all doing all right? Glory. A dance for good afternoon, Dr. Hulk. Hello, Queen. Hello, everybody coming in. How y'all doing out there? How is the week going for you all out there, huh? How y'all doing? Y'all all right? Listen, take a deep breath and just say to yourself, it's all working out for my good. What? Come on, somebody. I felt that. All right. Hopefully everybody is having a good week out there. I'm doing all right over here. I got my eyebrows threaded this week. Oh, don't worry about that here. You see the brows. I switched my shirt. Earlier, I had on like a glittery tank top, and Kwame said it looked good. And it did look good, but it was giving Renaissance. And we are in a whole new era. We're in a whole new time right now. Look at your neighbor and say, Cowboy Carter. We are no longer in the Renaissance era. Hi, y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. Listen, we're going to talk about a whole lot today. Everybody stay chimed in because we're going to talk about today. The topic is no fats, no Fems, no fats. And we just have a lot to cover in that. You know, I am talking to the gays, but this is something that I think affects everybody. It's just body image and just how to really love yourself, especially in the pool of dating, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what it's called nowadays. Anyways, shout out to Pyro Media Network. Shout out to Bullet In Flight Radio. Everybody listening and watching out there, I appreciate y'all. Make sure you click like. Make sure you share this. Make sure you tap into the comments because the comments is where it's at. All right, let's get into the church announcements. All right. You know what? As we get started, listen. Are y'all got your tour money? Y'all got your tour money? My camera better angle me. Dr. Holt, you and me both. But baby, it's a whole era. Anyways, y'all got your tour money because everybody going on tour this summer, and I suspect Beyonce gonna find a little space up in there somewhere. But Busta Rhymes, Missy, and Sierra's going on tour. Which this sounds jacked up, but am I the only? I love all of them, but I don't know. Well, Sierra does have the 1-2 step. She got and she can dance, so it's gonna be good. Then who else going on tour? Jasmine Sullivan going on tour with somebody. Then Carrie Hilson and Tank and what's the baby's name? Another singing brother out there. Everybody just going on tour this summer. Y'all got your tour money. Whew. Congratulations to Beyonce yet again. And listen, we're going to celebrate Beyonce. Beyonce has her 8th #1 album. The superstar has made history. Bring up the picture of Beyonce. Where's she at? #1, Beyonce made history. First Black woman to come in at #1 on the top country album charts with her album Act 2. Okay. The new collection also tops the Billboard 200 albums charts, marking Beyonce's 8th time doing so in February. She has also made history when one of the debut singles, Texas Hold'em, captured the spot on Billboard's Hot Country #1. I know y'all gonna keep your coins. So here's a couple of things, okay? #1, Beyonce is an innovator and she is breaking ground, okay? Half y'all that say you don't like the project, that's because y'all don't like country. Okay, let that settle in your spirit. If you don't like country, you're not gonna care for Cowboy Carter too much. But I think this speaks to #1. It speaks to the music industry that y'all say you love so much. Okay, because we're gonna get to Diddy a little bit later. A diddy dun dun. A diddy dun dun. Hey, a diddy dun dun. He did it in the bum bum. Anyways, so. Let me tell you something. ADHD is a terrible thing, okay? Anyways, so this speaks to Beyonce's innovative and really understanding the music industry. A lot of people are asking, how Beyonce #1? We ain't about the album, honey. I don't like the album. Ain't nobody listening to the album. Beyonce is smart at understanding the evolution of music and how it has turned over into streaming. And she has really, for all intent across all streaming platforms. Okay, so we're not just talking about physical album sales. We're talking about YouTube. We're talking about commercials. We're talking about Spotify. We're talking about everything, child. It's a lot. Also, hey Titan, how you doing? Good afternoon. Also, Rumi, the youngest baby, done broke blues record for being the youngest female to be on a feature. You know, Beyonce is winning in this game, and here's the thing that Beyonce is doing also. She is opening up. She's opening up gates that a lot of gatekeepers have kept closed. Listen, country has been a territorial industry for a very long time. Anybody who knows me, you know that I love music. For those who don't know, I have studied music over the years, went to Musicians Institute, studied music at Cal State. I haven't studied music and sang a little bit. You can hear me on a couple of things. And what I know about the industry is that it is definitely a relationship driven business. It is easy to get blackballed. It is easy to get stereotyped into a picture of Rumi. Let's give her some love. We ain't seen Rumi. Ain't nobody seen these babies in a while. Show a little picture of Rumi because they be keeping the. It's a little girl standing posing with her friends. Did you see that one? The little barrettes, little beads in her hair. If we can't find her, just imagine little girl standing posing, looking cute. Anyway, look just like Blue. But anyway, Beyonce's doing a really great job. I also think that it's hard for people to accept a black woman just breaking such ground. If it were a man, we'd be praising him. But for listen, keep your coins. Some of y'all gonna spend your coins. I got my little Beyonce T-shirt and listen. Shout out to Beyonce. She is today's Michael Jackson. She's not just the Michael Jackson. She is Beyonce. She is the Beyonce of our time. Okay, that's it. I know y'all struggling. I know so. I can hear you rolling your eyes. She did. So the song that she wrote, Jolene, she gave all writing credit to Jolene. Listen, to Dolly Parton. So yeah, Beyonce's really handling this. Now I will say this: I covered this story a little while ago, and one thing that the songwriters. Now this is not Beyonce's responsibility per se, but we would love to see Beyonce really delve into the songwriting credits and that whole thing. That's a whole nother conversation for another day. Speaking of powers that be and Diddy Diddy Dun Dun, Diddy is done done. But Diddy said if he gonna be done done, Diddy gonna take a doo-wop do and take a couple of people with him out the doo-doo. Did I say that right? Right. So the recent first of all, the recent trafficking allegations for Diddy, a lot of people have asked me and keep asking me, I don't know why, is Diddy done? Is this it for Diddy? Do you think Diddy's going to get out of this one? My honest answer, my honest read is no. This has forever changed him. This will be forever part of his legacy. I don't want to say it is what it is, but, you do time, it's a lot going on there. Diddy has lost 18 brand partnerships in total. Okay, 18. That's a lot. And I have to ask the question, and you all answer out there, will this affect the brands and how they approach partnerships with celebrities and even with content creators? Listen, I'm a budding content creator, and I hope by the end of this year to really have some I'm manifesting partnerships, brand deals, but will it change the way these brands are partnering with these celebrities and with people? Or do you think this is just a one-time thing? It won't affect other celebrities? Yeah, he taking them with him. But listen, Diddy said he's not going down without taking some people with him. So Diddy had posted this video. My friends, my sources sent me this. Let's play this little video. He's holding a baby in his lap, and well, you take a look and see.
Okay, are you ready? Drum roll. Drake. Oprah. J-Lo. A-Rod. Will Smith. Alicia Keys. Justin Bieber. Kevin Hart. Mark Wahlberg. Snoop. DJ Khaled. Swiss Beats. Kelly Rowland. Chris Brown. Malone. Sierra. Janelle Monáe. Yeah.
I don't know what to tell ya. Me don't know what to tell ya. Me go and pray to the Lord God that he moves. Christian Combs. Look, Christian Combs Then got named in the lawsuit also. You know, I always said, if we just gonna have an honest conversation from the very beginning, I said, I want to know what those kids know. All them kids walking around taking shots of DeLeon. You know, the more I do this story, the more pissed I'm starting to get as I really think about allegedly. As I think about the alleged child and the city girls. Listen, I brought up the city girls because, listen, ain't gonna be no more city girls. Yeah, he named Kelly. He said everybody. He said Issa Rae. But, child, anyway. Diddy's little plaything or whatever, and she was alleged to be taking pink cocaine and doing all kind of things. And you know what? For all shits and giggles, I think she probably did. You know, no, she ain't no prostitute, no. And here's the thing. You know, when we think of sex trafficking, we think like, oh, they're chaining them and they're keeping them in cages, and we somehow I feel like we have that in our mind. But listen. Google sex trafficking. Okay? Anyways, ain't gonna be no more city girls, child. They've been beefing and everything. Now, some people thought that they was beefing, like JT was jumping online to kind of like bring down the noise around Carisha and all of the allegations around her. But no, honey, JT and Carisha just ain't getting along. They've been beefing online. JT got online to say something, then Carisha got online accusing her of saying stuff in her diss tracks on her solo album. The action or practice of illegally transporting people from one country or era to another for the purpose of sexual exploitation. Thank you very much, Kwame. So what that means, if you go get somebody from St. Mark's and end up in Puerto Rico, and then you slip something in a drink and she don't know about it, and then she wake up and she say her hole hurts. Come on, somebody. You know what? My sources say that he's swallowed. That's what it equals. Anyways, they beefing online.
Would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming and you would have been?
And let's really get into it, okay? These two, I don't think they really liked each other. I think they were friends. The music popped off. Remember, JT had went to jail for a little bit, so Carisha was holding it down, okay? Carisha loves the spotlight. Carisha loves the attention. JT, that's the one on the other side with the dark hair. JT is the real star of the group, okay? Carisha, I love you, girl. You got your shine. Because really, think about it. Now that we look back on it, now we understand why Carisha Please was winning all them awards. Because Carisha was pleasing, allegedly. I don't think it's going to be no more city girls. I don't think y'all really care. But we praying for JT and Carisha. I'm praying for Carisha. Because she got kids and stuff. No, she got kids. Anyways, let's get the rest of this over. Speaking of mess, Terrence Howard. Child, y'all hear about Terrence Howard? Terrence Howard is in the process of suing CAA, Creative Artist Agency, okay? Now, let's take a look at this clip, and then we'll get back, because we have a lot to discuss. Go ahead and play the clip.
CAA.
That's a lot of money. That should have been.
Well, let's go to another one.
I'm just saying.
CAA, Creative Artists Agency. They represented me.
Mm-hmm.
They also represented some of the people from Big Bang Theory.
Mm-hmm.
They also did the deal with Fox.
Mm-hmm.
My show was with Fox. The people from Big Bang was with Fox.
Mm-hmm.
We had 28 million viewers. They had 11 million viewers.
Yeah.
They were getting $2 million damn near $3 million an episode. Those white kids that had no name recognition, no Oscar nominations, none of that. We have 28 million viewers, and these jokers are paying me $325,000 an episode. And I'm like, every year I'm asking my agents what's going on. I didn't know that the packaging deal, my agents were incentivized by CAA.
That's a lot of money. That should have been.
Well, let's go to another one.
I'm just saying.
CAA, Creative Artists Agency, they represented me.
Mm-hmm.
They also represented some of the people from Big Bang Theory.
Mm-hmm.
They also did the deal with Fox.
Mm-hmm.
My show was with Fox. The people from Big Bang was with Fox.
Mm-hmm.
We had 28 million viewers.
All right, let's
They
stop
had
right there.
11 million viewers.
Yeah.
They were getting.
Okay, put Terrence to the side. First of all, let's start off by just acknowledging Terrence Howard's beauty. We're not going to take away from that, okay? It's a beautiful man. Good acting. But clap if you're surprised that the black artists are being paid less than the white artists. Kwame, are you surprised? You know, it's so funny. I could have sworn this is something Monique was saying, but they called her fat and lying.
You get mad, even if you get offended. Ma'am. So, what you gonna do? Because I guarantee you can't beat me up.
Then I believe Taraji cried her eyelashes off. Anyways, I don't know why the hell Terrence was wearing that wig. I know that's what y'all thinking. That's what we all wondering. I don't know what in the hustle and flow is going on. But what I do know is don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, okay? Now, this has been going on for a while. What I did not know is that the agents were incentivized. Ooh, I just caught a message. You better watch out. Some people are being paid to hold you down. Woo! Hold on right now. Some people are being incentivized to hold you down. Okay, that was a word for somebody. I don't know who that was for. Maybe that was for me. Anyways, you know, this really goes back to ownership and entrepreneurship, right? And we've talked about this for a long time. The reality is ownership is important. The reality is, you know, as whatever controversy is going on, the things that Oprah has done, even though she was named by Diddy, and the things that Tyler Perry has done and Issa Rae is doing in terms of ownership. Because a lot, you know, it's no secret that Living Single was before Friends. And if you see clips, remember the nanny is wearing the wardrobe from Living Single. Living Single was the blueprint. But look who made more money. I hope Terrence wins. I don't know what the point of all of this is because it does look kind of funny, but I do think it's more so to make a point. And the point is to realize that, you know, this business, these businesses, and I'll say this just for Black women, Black men, people who are in the LGBTQIA plus community, you know, there are glass ceilings everywhere that we are not aware glass ceilings even exist, you know, and it is up to us not just to break them, but also to be aware of them and learn how to navigate them. Because a lot of people would say, oh, well, you should be grateful that you're getting, you know, what he said in the interview is that he was getting $325,000 per episode versus The Big Bang Theory, which I love that show, and people like Mayim Bialik, who has star power, let me just say that. But it's questionable. They were making like $1.2 million per episode, right? Is that a lot of money on each hand? Absolutely. But when you think about the entire conglomerate, right? So for Empire is probably grossing, like you said in there, $28 million. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money that's going into people's pockets. And that's a lot of money that people who are involved in the process are not getting an equitable share of. I hope I said that all correct. So anyways, I just want to share that all with you. Let's move on to the last story, child. Gerard Carmichael. Is that the baby's name? Is it Jared or Gerard? Anyways, it ain't gonna be much for much longer the way it's looking. I haven't really watched him too much. I'm gonna be honest. I never really got into him. Didn't really watch the Jared Carmichael show. I caught it afterwards, thought it was funny, didn't think too much of it. Now he just all in the news for all the wrong reasons. Y'all know who Jared Carmichael is? Let me have a Wendy moment. Clap if you know who Jared Carmichael is. I want to see something. Y'all don't know who he is either? Okay, well, Jared Carmichael is a comedian, show creator at the Jared Carmichael Show. He's a writer. So interested, we know her. Okay, so she's a familiar face. Okay. Don't know her, not familiar with her. Seems palatable. Based upon initial reaction, I'd give it a 3 out of 5, 3.5, possibly a 3.8. Seems like a nice young man, a little angry at times. Anyways, first there was Jared Carmichael and Tyler, the Creator. Okay. Let's bring up a picture of them. Oh, you did a full review. Okay, well, let's see if our opinions match up. Then I'm gonna go back and look at your review. So I didn't put up the video, but Jared, basically went back to him confessing his love for Tyler, the Creator. What Tyler, the Creator called him? He called him some type of bitch. That's something, and laughed it off, and then he laughed again. Very awkward moment. Long story short, Tyler don't like Jared. Okay, that's it. I didn't think too much of it because let me tell you something. Rejection is real. Okay, everybody just ain't for you. It don't mean you ugly. It don't mean nothing wrong with you. It just means it ain't a match. Then he's always had white meat. Has he really? I told Kwame earlier, I don't get into people's relationship business, okay? Because when I get in mine, it's gonna be my business. If they white or black, I don't know what they're gonna look at. Hell, I don't know if it's gonna be one. Anyways, then he got into it with Dave Chappelle, child. Talked about Dave Chappelle, said to the point Dave said, listen, you need to apologize to me publicly. That's what Dave said. Because Tyler just came for him. Tyler just basically said that, he was transphobic, which, there's controversy over that. But he also went into other layers of Dave's career, basically saying like his legacy is tarnished. And, he talked about his comedian, his comedy, which is surprising for me to see another comedian talk about another comedian. I said, okay, to myself. I said, he must be going through something. Because that's like me cussing out Luther Vandross. Just ain't no reason to. I don't know who else there is to think of. But anyways, then there was this clip. We're going to play this clip. Because I guess Jared has a white boyfriend. Which, I believe if it makes you happy, I'm happy for you. Okay? Let's play this clip and let's talk.
I sometimes joke to him that like our relationship is like that of like a slave and the master son who like teaches me how to read by candlelight. Yeah, he groans too because he's a good person. He doesn't like that fucking joke. I like that joke. That's my burden. I think that shit's hilarious. Yes, sir. Marie Antoinette, sir? I don't know what that is. Yeah. That's
Bring me back up, Kwame. I want to tell you a little story how once upon a time, Daryl went on a date with the black guy who was into race play. That was me. I used to be on the dating apps. I've deleted them all because now I'm just traumatized for many reasons. And I had to do a lot of self-growth. But I had met this guy. He was Black. And he was into me. But he had expressed to me that he had only dated white men before. So I said, well, that's interesting. Why are you in my face? So, he proceeded to tell me just very wonderful things, just how I was different, and talked about my intelligence, all the right things. You know what I'm saying? It just got me blushing and everything. Anyways, as I'm talking to him, I'm a smart person, so I should have been a lawyer in another lifetime, and it's not too late. But by the time I got done talking to him, I had realized and learned that he was into race play. And I didn't know how I would feel about it. And I never thought I would need to meet or hear of another Black person that's into race play. Then I find Gerard Carmichael. Is it Gerard or Jared? Gerard. I'm going to say Gerard. Are y'all into some kinky stuff out there? You ain't got to say what it is, but type yes if you into some kinky stuff. I don't know, you like to be tied up or called names, or I don't know. I'm saved. I don't know all of that. But, I don't understand this. And I think that comedy allows room for interpretation. You know what, Kwame? We're going to table this one and we're going to come back to it because I feel like I need to do a little more in-depth study into this one. He's a special guy, and I'm not just going to write him off, and I'm going to look at your review too. I'm going to say this. I don't think he's wrong, but I don't think he's right either. And this really goes into the conversation we're going to have when we come back from commercial, No Fats and No Fems. Just the idea of dating and everything in 2024. All right, y'all. Say a prayer for Jared Carmichael. I'll see y'all when we get back. Peace.
Because self-care should be luxurious. Luxe Noir.
Are you ready for enlightening conversations that transcend boundaries? Get ready for Conversations with Clergy, brought to you by the HIV Vaccine Trials Network. In partnership with the world's largest publicly funded international collaboration, the HVTN is dedicated to evaluating vaccines to prevent HIV and COVID-19. But their impact doesn't stop there. The HVTN is at the forefront of advancing vaccinology, social and behavioral sciences, statistics, immunology, and even contributing to the research on tuberculosis and COVID-19 vaccines. By supporting Conversations with Clergy, the HVTN not only brings you thought-provoking discussions, but also contributes to the global effort to combat infectious diseases. Tune in, stay informed, and be a part of the change. Conversations with Clergy, supported by the HVTN, empowering conversations, empowering lives. Join us in this journey of knowledge, understanding, and progress. Conversations with Clergy, proudly brought to you by the HIV Vaccine Trials Network, because together we can make a difference.
You know that you can now catch the electrifying sounds of Bulletin Flight Radio anywhere you go? Yes, you heard it right. Tune in to the high-flying beats and soaring melodies by downloading the TuneIn app on your mobile device. Just search for Bulletin Flight Radio and hit play. It's that easy. And if you have a smart device like Alexa or Google, just say, "Hey Google," or "Alexa, play Bulletin Flight Radio on TuneIn." Experience the rush of adrenaline wherever you are. Listen to Bulletin Flight Radio on TuneIn using your Alexa or Google devices. Soaring through the skies has never sounded this good. Don't miss out on the ultimate musical journey. Tune in now to Bulletin Flight Radio on TuneIn and let the music take you on an unforgettable ride. Get ready to elevate your listening experience. Brought to you by Bulletin Flight Radio.
Welcome back to the Daryl Walter Show. Listen, today we are going to have a powerful conversation about body type, body shaming, the way we see each other in the community. Okay, I titled it "No Fats, No Fems." No Fems, No Fats. Just all kind of dyslexic. Kwame said, "In my humble opinion, he is absolutely wrong. What we do in the bedroom is your business, but you made it public and hurt your community by saying crap like that, especially in this racial climate." You know, I'm just gonna pray for Gerard. I'm just gonna pray for him and come back to this, because I got to dig deeper into this. It's a lot. It's a lot, you know. And let me go right into my conversation. No fems, no fats allowed, okay? For me, Daryl Walter, okay, it is hard to live in a world that constantly rejects you and reminds you of your differences through categorization. Big words always be stumbling me. Recently, I've become self-aware, okay? I've become self-aware of the community of which at times I don't necessarily feel a part of, but yet and still I am a Black gay man, okay? You know, regardless of how I feel, I am who I am, right? And it is work. I've come to the conclusion, if you follow me on social media, if you follow my story, you know, I've grown up in church, you know, I've grown up, some stuff I haven't talked about, but, you know, I grew up part Caribbean and growing up in church and growing up in a verbally abusive sibling. So I've always grown up with negativity around me and really kind of being put down, and for my weight, for my size, for being dark skinned. I was one of probably the last kids who wore husky. Shout out to my people who know what husky size is for the big boys. You know, and it's taken me a while to truly see the beauty in myself. Let me tell you something. Everybody can tell you that you are beautiful. Everyone can tell you how amazing you are, give you all of these compliments. But if you are not in a place, in a space where you can truly receive it, then those comments, those words of affirmation truly do fall on deaf ears or follow ground, if you will, right? I understand that preferences are just that, preferences, okay? If you are online dating, if you've gone out to the clubs or just out in the world, you have a lot of people who will let you know that, hey, these are my preferences. I prefer someone short. I prefer someone tall. I prefer someone someone more masculine. I prefer someone, I prefer a bottom, a top, all kinds of different things. Oh, thank you very much. Kwame, let me know it's Gerard. Anyways, I've been classified through all different things, and I understand that preferences are just preferences, but where do these preferences really come from? As I've been coming out, I spent many years as a recluse. I spent a long time just away from interacting and going out, and I found as I've opened up my social life and going out again and interacting and hanging out in the community and with people, I found that the same, preferences that have been out 20 years ago still exist today. And I'm amazed. I'm amazed at how many people are still striving for this idea of perfection. I'm amazed at everybody has a type, and everybody has the same type, even if they don't live up to the type that they want. A recent study conducted at the University of Kentucky College, Dr. Keith J. Watts, Dr. Keith J. Watts, he discusses the social construction of masculinity and the implications it has on the mental health of Black gay men. And the study that was published in the Journal of Gay and Lesbian Mental Health found that masculine identity is associated with both positive and negative mental health outcomes among Black gay men. This conversation really started out of social media and how many comments and posts, and I've even shared it, where people have talked about misrepresentation and representing as masculine, but you're really feminine, and representing as a top, but you're really a bottom. All kinds of labels. Dr. Holt, there's all kinds of labels. It makes me dizzy. Here's the thing, though, y'all. For some, being perceived as masculine enables them to navigate and manage the societal challenges relating to being both Black and gay. I call it masculine privilege. And it's something that I believe is sought after and something that we seek after, something that we beat into our men. And then if people don't possess the masculinity that we want them to possess, then we have negative connotations to it. And some people will go, "Oh, girl," but even in that "oh, girl" comment, there is a weaponization of masculine toxicity and misogyny even taking place in that one quote. They want to be super mad bitches and then worth. Like, girl, can say that, Dr. Holt. Among the most fascinating findings that emerged in the study, also referring back to Dr. Watts, is that participants' simultaneous understanding of masculinity as both a fictional social construction affixed to all individuals assigned to male at birth, and as a very real social identity that has had tangible, positive, and negative impacts on their lived experience. This contradiction illustrates the highly contextualized and complex nature of social identities. No femmes and no fats allowed. Where do these preferences truly come from? And I find in a world that I navigate as, I've learned and embraced that I am a bear. In the gay community, I am a bear. And that's okay with me. But the subcategories and the subcultures they can be damaging if you let them. I posted on social media the other day, it is exhausting to be a Black gay man sometimes. Because on one side, you have everyone pushing you to be a man, but nobody teaching you how to be a man. And then on the other side, you have levels of judgment on your size, on your weight, on how manly you are, on how much you make, on how you carry yourself, on where you work. There's so many judgments, and yet somehow we are expected to live this normal life and not allow these things to get to us. Let me tell you, here's what I know. That shit got to me. if I were to be honest, all of those things have run true for me. And many of you listening, my sister's on here. She's been listening, and she knows me from what yay high. And she can attest to, I've heard things like boys don't sing alto. Um, I need to sing more man songs than female songs. The whispers, the stories, the gossip, the unspoken distancing, the unspoken distancing from church and church family, right? Living, let me see what Dr. O said. No fats, no fems, and you living in an efficiency on an air mattress. Listen, but here is the thing. It is the image that we all want to put out there. Let me go through the labels, okay? Because I feel like there's so many labels. First of all, I've gone through such a journey of healing and transformation, all right? And on this side, as I navigate the community, as I navigate life, as I eventually navigate dating and relationships, one of the things that I've realized, it is work to not get caught up in body image. It is work not to get caught up in body dysmorphia. It is work not to get downtrodden by all the no fats and the no fems while they're sleeping on their air mattress. There's so many body types, and we need to talk about them, okay? In the last 10 minutes, we're going to talk about the body types, because, y'all, there are body types and there's categories. First of all, bring up the Noah's Ark picture. Bring up the Noah's Ark picture with Wade and Noah and all of them. I think that's like the last one. Because this is what y'all want. This is what y'all want, okay? Everybody wants Wade and Noah. Everybody wants the perfect body, the six-pack with the six-figure salary in a two-bedroom apartment with a white picket fence. This is what y'all want. It don't matter what they look like, okay? Lord, let me say this nicely. Dr. Holt, you know what I'm talking about. Everybody wants Wade and Noah, and I forget the other one. That's what y'all want, okay? Then you have the Bears. Bring up the picture of the big boy. The Bears. This is the bear community, okay? This is a community that I'm a part of. Bring them up. Now, here's the thing. Now, let me just say this for the people out there. I could date somebody like this. Yes, I could. Yes, I would. See, as long as you can handle me, I can date you. And I ain't met that person yet. But so this is the bear community. And see, what y'all do with this gentleman here, when he goes out to the regular clubs and everything, y'all don't talk to him. Okay, you tell him he got to go to the bear community and he got to go to the big boy clubs. Okay? Because y'all want the other bears. Take me to the other bears. It's a group of black men with low muscles and everything. These are the bears and cubs. Okay? Now, let me help y'all with something. These men are considered overweight. All that muscle and belly and everything, they get judged and called bears and overweight. Because everybody's supposed to look like Wade. Kwame, simmer down. Now, see, then you have your skinny boys. Take me to the skinny boys, the twinks. You cannot be over 170 pounds, and if you're 170 pounds, you got to be over 6 feet tall. I like it too. And then bring up trade. Then we got trade. This is another popular one here. Everybody want a homo thug. This is a real popular one too. Okay, this is the one that's most popular and causes the most destruction, in my opinion. And will fuck up your credit if you let them. But here's the thing. This misogynistic world that we live in just really pushes this idea of masculinity that a lot of men cannot live up to. And then within the gay community, it puts this added pressure. Dr. Holt said it earlier, a lot of these masculine men just be as feminine. Just be as ladylike. Everybody like a nice piece of trade. A nice piece of trade is like a chocolate cake. You eat too much of it and you're going to catch a cavity. You're going to get diabetes. You mess up your credit and lose your bank account, then become homeless and have to move back with your mother. Not that I know anything about that. But listen, y'all. Seriously. Here's what I know. Here's what I know on this journey of life. That the journey of this life, of this health, it includes the practice of physical. Okay, you see me on my journey of working out, of losing weight, of living a healthy life. But here's the thing. I'm not so rooted and dependent on how I look that it affects how I navigate in the relationships that I build in this life. You know, for me, this is Daryl talking. And I think it goes to just really talk about there's a difference in someone being attracted to you and you becoming someone's fetish, right? And a lot of times, especially in the gay community, especially if you're large or small, and just in general with men, we get so caught up in the physical that no one takes time to get to know the mental, to get to know the financial part of you, to get to know the emotional part of you. And at the end of the day, the physical part of you is just the outer shell. You know, I bring up this conversation and I bring up this topic, not to really discuss like old fats, fems. Yes, it is there. But what I really want to drive home and discuss for me, I was telling my friend, it is a real constant work. And it is a struggle to keep high self-esteem, to think highly of myself, to love myself on a constant basis. When constantly we are inundated with this negativity and these subcategories of bear, twink, you know, in shape, not in shape, if you don't look like this, and we love all of this. Listen, listen, baby, underneath this body, underneath this shirt, don't you fool yourself. But that's not where I live, and that's not where I reside. And if the muscles go, if things change, I still love myself. And that's what I want for you all out there, is not to be striving for perfection, not to be striving for the six pack. Because let me tell you something. I got to say this also. A lot of those people are not happy. A lot of those weights and a lot of those muscles and a lot of those people that we look at and we admire are not truly happy. And so my goal for you as you listen to this is to truly dive and live into your happiness. Live into the love that is truly inside of you and love all of you. Love your perfections. Love your becomings. Love your belly. Love your stretch marks. Love your eyes. Love your teeth. Love everything about you, so that when you enter these environments and these spaces where no fats and no fems are allowed, that you walk into that space. And not only that you walk into this space, but I want to speak this into you, that you walk into this space and know that you deserve to be there and you belong there just like everybody else. Okay. So lastly, to hell with no fats and no fems. Okay. Because love is love, baby. And whether you fat, whether you fem, whether you dark, or whether you are light, you are loved and you deserve to be loved. And that is the talk for today, okay? Thank y'all for tuning in to the Daryl Walter Show. Listen, if you have a vision, see it through. If you have a dream, make it happen. But most of all, stay true to yourself and love yourself. Listen, make sure you follow me on all social media platforms at I am Daryl Walter. We got some stuff coming up, and I will see y'all next week, all right? Peace. Love you.
Thank you for watching Pyro Media Network. For more information, please visit pyromedianetwork.com.